Hello, I'm Chehi, and I'm so glad to be with you at this right moment. I miss you guys so much. I know it has been a hard time for everyone and for every country due to the COVID-19 economically and politically and whatever. But as the next generation, we'll crack it right away because we have our own potential to change the world. So give us three big cheers. Okay, let's get for it. So I'm going to talk about who has inspired me in my life and why. Before I start, I will show you guys a video clip and let's watch it.
Jet SR 进入致敬，购车赠精品组在享一力。
Already watched the movie The Mission Impossible several times, and you know what the story is about. But today I'm not going to talk about the movie itself and the handsome Tom Cruise. In the movie, Tom Cruise can make something impossible possible. I'm going to talk about the word impossible. I'm sure most people already know the meaning, but I'll just briefly explain it again. The word impossible means not able to occur, exist, or be done. But I don't look at the word impossible, the exact meaning of itself, but from different angles. Like this. Did you know the meaning of the word impossible? It's I am possible. So let's go with this word again, impossible. The reason why I chose this word is that I want to introduce the bravest girl in the world. She was the one who made something impossible possible. Can you guess who she is? Okay, I'll give you guys some clues. She was born in Pakistan, between Afghanistan and India. Second, girls' education. She can't get an education from Pakistan, so she fights for women's education. Women also have the right to be educated. So she started giving speeches everywhere and they became popular. Next, the Taliban. The Taliban wanted her to stop the speech all over the world. Besides, they didn't want her to get all the attention. So they shot her. You'll find out what happened next to her. Fortunately, she's alive. Last, the UN. She went there to give a speech about the girls' rights to be educated. The brave girl who kept fighting for their education against her life is... I know, it's tough to read her name. Does anybody read her name? Okay. She looks like this and she is Malala Yousafzai. It's hard to pronounce it. And she's beautiful, isn't she? In Pakistan, she couldn't get an education that we take for granted, so she took some actions. First, she wanted to speak to the people in the world, and she wanted to change something, so she gave many speeches for millions of people. Then, BBC and CNN inspired by her speech, so they let her write a blog, like a journal. Her journal went viral, and she got millions of people's attention. Meanwhile, Pakistan was shivering to the terrorists called the Taliban. They're the terrorists who think all people need to follow the Muslims' rule. In Muslim, girls are treated worse than the animals, so they wanted to let Malala shot, so they shot her. So she moved to England and was cured miraculously. This is her family while she was in the hospital. And on October 2014, she rewarded the Nobel Prize. And because of her, I really realized the importance of school. I thought school was another help for me to survive, but she taught me that it was my privilege to go to school every day. The first time I thought I was blessed. This is a picture that Malala was speaking to the UN on her birthday. And this is my favorite quote of Malala's speech from the UN. One had tried to silence me, and millions spoke out. Do you remember the word impossible? She's the one who made impossible possible. Once again, the word impossible doesn't mean the exact meaning of itself, but I am possible. Even if lots of people say it's possible, we have our own potential to change the world and be the change maker. Remember, you're possible, not impossible. I made this commandment based on her first being initiative. I think she was a step ahead of people. That's why she was able to make it. Second, be helpful. She was such a great helper for every single person in the world. She spoke up for girls' education who can't get it. And she changed the world. So like her, I want to do something that can help everyone in the world. Lastly, just be thankful for every time in your days. She never complained when she was in the hospital, instead of being grateful just for being alive. And when you wake up and see that you're alive, you should be thankful. It's a gift. These are things that I will struggle to give to myself, and I hope it could be yours as well. Thank you.